Welcome to System Dynamics Online Tutorials. In this session we're going to cover the structure record duplication within the manufacturing suite of Dynamic 3i. Under the manufacturing module within structures and routings, and within the processing we have the structure and record duplication. The structure record duplication allows me to take an existing structure, bill of materials at an existing warehouse and duplicate it into either the same warehouse or a new warehouse and attach it to a new structure ID. It's important to note here that this new structure ID must exist on the stock file of the given warehouse that we're duplicating it into as being set up first, and thus it must also exist as a product against the system. So those are the prerequisites for setting up a new structure. An example of this would be in an old warehouse or the existing warehouse. I have a structure with multiple components on it, and I have a new product coming online which I have defined in the system as a new product, and actually defined on the warehouse stock file as a new finished good or new component or manufactured item. And now I want to take the structure, which is multiple lines, and instead of rekeying it in, I can simply copy it from an old one and change the one line that's different, or add the one line that's different to the structure in the actual structure file maintenance, but I'll duplicate it here first. So we can actually do this by selecting a warehouse or keying in the warehouse that we want to copy the structure from. Using a list of values here will show me all of the structures within this given warehouse. So we can actually take an existing structure. The system will display to me the description of the structure that I copied, and it will automatically key in or default for me the warehouse, assuming that I'm going to do it within the same warehouse. If not, then I can simply go back to here and key in the warehouse that I want the structure to be duplicated into. We will leave it here as assuming that I'm adding it into the same manufacturing warehouse. The new structure ID, as I stated, must exist in the stock file or be set up at least at that level as a manufactured item or finished product, which is a product type 1, 2, or 5 within the stock file of this warehouse. So we can actually use the list of values, and we'll call up all of those type 1, 2s, or 5s within that warehouse, and we can actually choose the one that we have set up. And I have set up this 950 mil since it has the exact same structure as the 750 mil, and I just want to copy it into there and change the quantities to equate to a 950 ml bottle. So I'll choose this, which it does not have a structure on the system as yet. It is only set up as a stock record. The system will then display to me the description of that right from my stock file, and then the remove routing allows me to actually for the routing that was attached to this one, I may want to send it down exactly the same route as my old structure, which is the default of the system. If I wanted to send it down a different route, I could remove the routing here simply by selecting that, and the structure will be duplicated, and then the routing will be removed, and it'll allow me to, at the same time that I'm changing the structure file, to add the one additional component or change the quantities for this new structure. I could attach a completely different routing as well. So by having the system remove the routing, that just blanks out that routing that structure will now have. If I hit commit now on this system, actually I query the duplication, the system will go out and it will duplicate my structure, and I can run this to the screen since nothing is occurring. Update is in progress, and simply selecting will tell me that the transactions are complete and the record's updated. So now I have a new structure of W0950B within my warehouse, and I can go into the structure, bill of materials, file maintenance, and actually change the components that are different between this duplication. And that concludes the structure record duplication.